13 countries without a single McDonald's restaurant. 1. San Marino. This tiny European country did have one McDonald's. It opened in 1999, but closed exactly 20 years later. The fast food joint was too close to local Italian restaurants. It simply couldn't compete. 2. Iran. McDonald's opened its first Iranian branch in Tabriz in 1971. Like all Western businesses, it exited the country 8 years later. Instead, Iranians have a knockoff called McDonald's. 3. Iceland. Iceland was struck by a financial crisis in 2008 to 2011. All McDonald's locations closed in 2009. Importing the ingredients became too expensive. The restaurants were renamed Metro. They still exist and serve a similar menu. 4. Ghana. Like most African countries, Ghana has no golden arches. However, KFC opened its first restaurant in Accra in 2011. The city now boasts 15 KFC locations. 5. Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the largest countries with no McDonald's. In the late 2010s, the franchise considered entering the market, but the biggest problem is the lack of adequate supply chains. Nigerian beef production isn't as well monitored as McDonald's demands. Beef would have to be shipped from South Africa or Morocco. 6. Russia. McDonald's Russia was one of the largest operations, but it left the country after it was sanctioned in 2022. Russia seized all the McDonald's locations. They've been renamed and now serve a similar Russianized menu. 7. Yemen. McDonald's has dubbed Yemen a non-viable option. The country has been ravaged by civil war. Beef is extremely expensive in the Middle East. Also, hostility toward all things American is high in Yemen. 8. Bolivia. McDonald's operated in Bolivia between 1997 and 2002, but then the Bolivian branch closed for good. McDonald's prices proved too high for most locals. Poor sales doomed the franchise. Despite several attempts, Mickey D's never re-entered the Bolivian market. 9. Bosnia and Herzegovina. The first McDonald's opened in Bosnia in 2011. By 2020, 5 more restaurants had been added, but the local franchise owner was implicated in a non-related scam. He lost his licenses, including the one for McDonald's, in 2022. The last location closed in 2023. 10. Barbados. The history of McDonald's in Barbados is shockingly brief. The first and only location opened in Bridgetown in 1996. It had to close down only 6 months later. The Bajans were already used to their own fast food chain, Chefette. Moreover, they prefer pork and chicken to beef. 11. Montenegro. McDonald's actually opened a mobile restaurant in Budva, but it only existed for 3 years between 2004 and 2007. So far, the franchise hasn't been able to secure a permanent location. 12. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe experienced some economic growth in the 1990s. The first McDonald's was set to open there in 2000. Unfortunately, the country's economy crumbled the same year. McDonald's judged it too risky to go ahead with the opening. They pulled the plug on the entire operation. 13. Cambodia. Cambodia has plenty of international fast food franchises. That may be the reason why there's still no McDonald's. The existing franchises aren't allowing the golden arches in. For now, Burger King reigns supreme in Cambodia.